Hey, welcome everybody, and it's a happy Saturday morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. You can see I am geared up in my Husker gear. Go Cornhuskers! And I got my Nebraska jacket on. Game isn't on for another 5 hours, but I'm ready to go. Um, so I've been working really diligently hard on my pop-up book. Got to get it done by Monday. And then it's all 100% Wraith of God after that. So I'm really stoked. Working on my X-Men spread, um, which is a ton of work because there's like this destroyed Sentinel like that pops up when you open up the books. There's all these different pieces of and then there's all these different drawings of the X-Men and stuff, and crazy. But anyway, enough about that. It is Monster Month, and I was going to come in yesterday, and I was so focused on getting uh, the pop-up book stuff done that I just said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll do a little bit on Saturday, and then we'll come back for Sunday, of course, for the big show at 5 o'clock. And then next week is a whole new ball game. I'm very excited. So anyway, let's see who's here. JP Roke is here. AJ Tom is here. Devil Flyer Rex Christian Momentum. I don't know what any of that means, but he's here. He's serious. He says, let's see some Man Thing, and boy, are you going to. Perfect day for live stream and some giant-sized Man Thing. There's Kevin Thomas jumping in on the Man Thing bandwagon. My goal for the stream is to participate and get 0 cannonballs. We'll see. We'll see. Look at Jeff. He's I know the Red River rivalry is on. I've got it on right over there, but it's muted. It's a heck of a game. A lot of turnovers, unfortunately, for Oklahoma. Yeah, Snake Dogoo, Big Red. All right, that's what I like to hear. Okay, let's review really quickly what Monster Month has wrought so far. We started off with this guy, the Thing, not the Man Thing, but the Thing. I even threw a little color in there. It's a very nice piece, still sitting here. Of course, all these are for sale if anyone's interested. Then we went big and went 11 by 14 with a little Hulk. That was on Sunday's show because remember when Shelly colored my facial hair, she wasn't quite ready to go, so I had to whip this out real quickly. Do a little color on there. Last time we did this, Zemnu the Living Titan with a lot of white out and a lot of white pencil, but that was a lot of fun. His little metal helmet there and his X-ray eyes. And then those of you who may have watched Fragaboom's live stream and watched me crush him in a one-on-one competition. No, actually, it was a lot of fun. He did a really nice piece. We did the demon, and I've gone in and touched up the blacks on this a little bit because it was a little spotty because my black was running out and we were running out of time, so I didn't really have time to go in there and fortify. So that was done on Fragaboom's show for his Fragtober drawing competitions. So that was a little bit of fun. So anyway, those are the monsters I've done this month. I seem like I'm forgetting something, but I don't. Oh yeah, Fin Fang Foom, which Josh Olive from Alabama bought from me. So I've already shipped that out, so I can't show it because I don't have it. Let's see here. Someone asked if I ever drawn the heap. And the heap, of course, looks exactly like Man Thing. So you got to believe that Marvel ripped off the heap. But no, I've never drawn the heap, but I have drawn Man Thing, which is pretty much the heap. So the Thing's teeth are not made out of rocks, which is very strange. It's made out of a good old-fashioned toothy enamel, I'm pretty sure. Well, AJ's being very kind there. Let's be honest, you kicked Dan's tail, just saying. That's so kind. Thank you. Now, here's the interesting thing. You may be able to... Here we go. See this right here? This is the drafting table. that I promised I was getting, so I don't have to draw on my lap anymore. So all I have to do is switch the camera over, and then we can draw right here. Very exciting, should be very convenient. No more keyboard action. So let's flip the camera. It's a little bit harder for me to stay engaged with the chat while I'm drawing because it is I'm kind of turned sideways away from it, but I'll do the best that I can. Oh, hey, before we do that, let's never forget the importance of a good public service announcement. Yeah. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. I guess hitting the like button or even hitting the don't like button actually helps with monetization. I have no idea. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm still, I just do my thing and let the chips fall where they may. But if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's free. Do I have anything else that I wanted to share real quickly? I think it's let's take a quick look at the old Wraith campaign. It's at $106,365. We are at 1,499 backers. We are one backer away from 1,500. That's pretty awesome. And again, pretty exciting stuff. So if there's one person out there that hasn't backed yet, go ahead and back. Pick up a copy of what's going to be the best graphic novel to come out in years. Hyperbole? We'll see. Leg Kick is here. He's late, but Leg Kick is almost always here, so I would expect him to show up at some point. No more cams, Cam. Let's hope not. Okay, so we switch. And look at that. See? Look at that, baby. Okay. So I couldn't help it. You knew it was going to happen. At some point, I was going to draw the man thing. And that point is today. Sharpening my pencil. Saturday is a day of relaxation. When I need to, relax a little bit. Now let's see how the old how the pencil shows up here. I tried to get out from underneath that light so we'd have. Zoom in a bit. See, it doesn't really help that much. Okay. The man thing is not necessarily something that screams out structure, but still needs some sort of little foundational stuff to build on here. Of course, the best fun about Man-Thing is that I can pretty much do whatever I want, and who's to say that I'm doing it wrong? As long as you get the these little, I don't even know what to call them, these things, his nose and his eyebrow and all that kind of stuff. As long as you get that stuff in there. You're pretty much free to do whatever the heck you want beyond that. In terms of tree limbs and things like that. branches coming out of his head. And you can really kind of go hog wild. Be as crazy as you want to be. And I guess that's why I like drawing them so much, is it's just I literally have no restrictions. Although I have to admit, if I was writing this as a series, that would be tough. You got a character who can't talk, doesn't think. And what Gerber did so, quite frankly, brilliantly with this character was he was able to tell stories just using the Man-Thing as sort of a catalyst or a supporting character for these bigger stories he wanted to tell. And I think that made his run successful. Who was first? That's an interesting point right there. And it is Man-Thing first appeared in Savage Tales #1, the magazine. And of course, Swamp Thing first appeared in House of Secrets #92. I want to say they were both 1971, maybe 1970. Well, if you're gonna, I gotta find my, there it is. Okay, so the question is, when drawing pages that you're not live streaming, what sort of angle do you typically have your drafting table at? I hear you just draws flat, and that baffles me. I do not draw flat, and this is maybe a 45-degree angle. I do mine more at probably like a 70-degree angle. It's not straight up and down, but it's more like this. And it keeps me from, obviously, we've talked about this before, but if you're drawing flat like this, okay, then my perspective is getting it. What it tends to do is you stretch the drawing out and you don't realize you're doing it because everything is foreshortened from your point of view. Then you flip it up like this and suddenly everything's twice as long as it was when you're looking at it flat. Unless you're hunched over, like this, and you're just right on top of the drawing, you're not seeing it in the proper perspective when you're drawing it. So I always keep my table up at quite an angle. As a kid, I remember Swamp Thing as a horror monster in a movie. Yeah, well, it was with Adrienne Barbeau. David Williams coming in strong on Saturday. Yeah, I don't even think yeah, Prater says I wasn't expecting. I don't know if I can lift. Actually, I can. Check this out. If I was doing this is about the angle that I don't know if you can see. Try that again like this. That's about the angle I would normally draw it at. This only goes this high, which is about, like I said, actually, I don't even think this is 45 degrees. I don't even think it's quite that much, but But this is okay because I'm able to sit right over the top of this drawing, and so I'm looking straight down on it so that uh, there shouldn't be any distortion. I'll try and keep my head out of there. So normally on something like this, I'll just go ahead and I'm not going to put a ton of detail at first, but I'm going to kind of get all the shapes in, and then I'll probably go in and put spot the blacks after that. A lot of times what I used to do in the past, which was really dumb, was I would go in and, draw in and do all this noodling and stuff, and then decide to start placing blacks, and then I would just end up covering up all of the detail that I put in. And it's kind of like, what a waste of time and energy to do that. So I'm hoping with age, I've gotten a little bit wiser. I always like the design of Man Thing, I guess. And I'm a big, obviously, you guys know I'm a big Wrightson fan. And I can lower that brightness down a little bit. And that's better. I'm a big Wrightson fan, so that's why was a huge Swamp Thing fan. But in terms of the design, I find Man Thing more interesting because, I mean, Swamp Thing is basically, well, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's a skull design, right? The nose is gone. You have kind of what you'd have on a skull nose, or what's left of the nose on a skull, and then just a regular face. But then, of course, this carrot nose and stuff that the Man Thing has, there's more to be drawn here. So it takes a little bit more time. I don't like drawing these things, just uh, with straight, smooth lines. I'd like to make, these sections or whatever these things are called. Um, Give them some bumpiness and some looseness, feel more organic. Right. So I'm using a Stadler pigment liner 0.5 right now, and basically my microns, I'm running out of them, and I had these sitting there, and they're darker, I found out, than the microns are. So I might let's see how these hold up when I'm actually erase the pencils out from underneath them and see if they hold up better um, under the eraser. Because that's really what I'm looking for. Is I want a pen that's not going to gray out and I have to erase over the top of it. because I find myself doing, and even though it doesn't really affect the reproduction that much, is that when you erase in your pen or even your, if you're using a brush, depending on how dense the ink, the India ink you're using is, um, sometimes that turns gray on you a little bit, right? But when you scan it, and I scan all my stuff bitmap at a very high resolution as opposed to grayscale because it eliminates a lot of the cleanup you have to do. Because if you scan in color or grayscale, there's a lot of cleanup you have to do. Now, some people have suggested to me, and I've tried this before, but I didn't find much difference in it. Is scanning in color or grayscale and then converting that into bitmap after you've already scanned it. And the idea is you get a more detailed scan, but then you can go ahead and eliminate the eliminate all the the pencil and stuff that you didn't get out when you erased it that always inevitably shows up. Okay, so I want to, it shows up on the scan. I should finish my thought. So I guess there's a variety of ways that you can, I think everybody has their own method for scanning and cleaning up their art, but I always do my bitmap to high res, and that. Oh, my point was, yeah, I got sidetracked a little bit there. My point was that even if you erase and your blacks turn a little gray on you, they usually scan black if you scan in bitmap. Although some of the grayer areas the line will break up a little bit. So even when you try not to have to go in and clean up your scans, you're still going to have to do some work on them, generally speaking. But if I could get a pen that did not erase, I'd be very happy. Wait a minute here. Oops, wait a minute. That's supposed to go here. You're going to try that technique I told you about doing with the gray pens instead of coloring over your inks. Yeah, maybe. I've got a bunch of them sitting over there in the tray. I just haven't used them yet. And cue the dog. I really like the Incredible Hulk collector issue cover drawn by Wrightson. Fun 2 issues. I don't recall off the top of my head. He did do there was a Hulk issue where the man. No, yes, there's a Hulk issue where the Man Thing appeared, and the collector was in it as well. And that was a Wrightson cover that was really cool. Let's see. AJ Thomas says, I like the Copic multiliners better than the Microns, but I need to run over to Michael's and get some pit pens. Kyle Hudson, David Brock Williams can't be wrong. That's true. They can't be. There you go. Christopher Blaylock Fine Arts. I ink with black acrylic pens and paint absolutely the darkest of darks. That is true. And there is an acrylic based ink out there too. The thing with that is it gets again, it depends on if you're looking purely at reproduction or if you're looking at resale of your originals, because that acrylic based ink tends to look really spotty and is not as attractive as an ink the way it lays on the original artwork. But I guess our main consideration should be reproduction. Right, Shelly?
That is one styling table.
Yep. Shelly got this for me on the cheap, and it
Because you know me, I'm cheap. No, we prefer the phrase frugal.
That's right.
If you'd married better, you could have got a fancy one.
No, because I wouldn't have ordered it. I always talk about getting this stuff, and then I actually never do it. But Shelly's a woman of action. She's not afraid to click buy it now.
Nope. As long as it's a good deal. Like the other click I made last night, buy it. Bling-a-ling.
Yeah, she got herself a, what do you call it? Was it an anniversary
I'm
present?
awesome. I am so awesome present. What does Jim Gaffigan say? I didn't want to lose money on the deal.
No. Absolutely not.
The table works good.
It does. It's quite effective. Hello, Mrs. Lopresti. Hi, Shelly.
Hi.
Hello, Shelly. David Brohawk says, Shelly. AJ Tom, hi, Shelly.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to say I'm still in my pajamas.
Dan Frankie? No, Man Thing never did appear in
Thank
Amazing
you, Frankie. Dankster. So are you going to live stream right through the Beaver game?
The Beaver game?
The Beavs play at 1?
I don't know. I'm going to live stream until I finish this Man Thing.
I'm not going to touch that.
You're not going to touch the Man Thing?
Nope.
Okay.
Scary. Husker. Get out of there. Come on, Boo. What are you doing in there? Come on, let's go get Mom's and Papa's. Let's go. Oh.
Okay.
I'm impressed you got it all together, too.
Were you impressed that I was able to put the table together?
Yep. I didn't even hear any yelling or anything.
Well, actually, it's pretty simple. It's not a lot of parts to this one.
Cool.
Although I will admit I did put something on backwards and I'd take it apart.
Yes.
Never fails.
Well,
so, Shelly, have you decided what you're going to be for Halloween?
well, given it some thought.
Why do I not believe you?
Yeah. I could go as myself as a zombie. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. You know, I have regrets because back in the day when we were still living in Hillsboro, you remember those days?
Yes.
I went online. This is the early days of going online. When we had dial-up internet, remember? Yeah. And I found this site that was selling, you know, kind of elaborate masks.
Yes.
And they had this incredible old gnarly looking pirate mask.
Oh, I thought it was like an old man one. Yeah.
No, they did it was like this Russian old lady with a big nose and had like a scarf over her head. I almost bought one of those too. But they had this fantastic gnarly looking pirate. And I didn't get it, and I've never been able to find one of that quality since.
Dang, that's too bad.
Because I could have got years of use out of that.
Yes.
And might still be wearing it today.
Right now you would have.
I might be wearing it right this second if I had bought it. But I didn't. And so, once again, another sad story.
That's very sad.
Of, gosh, I wish I bought that.
Texas has beaten Oklahoma. It's another sad.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll go do teacher stuff. I hope everybody's having a good day.
Wait a minute, you don't want to sit in here and take care of the chat for me?
All right, I'll get my coffee first. You don't want me near the chat without my coffee.
All right. So after establishing my shapes, if you will, I go in and put in the blacks, right? And then I'll do my line work out of the blacks. Of course, the New York Comic-Con is going on this weekend, which of course I did not attend, obviously, but I wonder how well attended it actually is. Because I know a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there was a few creators who were going to be there and then did not go. For me, I'm very anti-Bill de Blasio, so it's like I don't even want to go into that city while he's mayor. But beyond that, beyond the politics of it, that is like a major trip for me. And it cost me a ton of money to go and do that show. And so without a real solid feeling that, hey, I'm going to make that money back and then some. I mean, let's be honest. You've got to do better than just make your money back. Then what's the point of going? So, you know, there's a lot of East Coast guys that are there. I mean, Billy Tucci's there, and he lives in New York, so I'm sure it was just like a short drive for him. Garney was supposed to go. Ron Garney was supposed to go, and I saw that he canceled. And I think Jusko was going to go, but he canceled out, I think. But yeah, it makes it a lot easier when you're on the West Coast, or pardon me, on the East Coast to go to the East Coast shows. Just like it's easier for me to go to San Diego than it is a lot of these other guys that are all the way across the country. And of course, you have to take into consideration also what are you promoting? What do you need to go there for? You know, I suppose I could be promoting Wraith of God, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe next year we'll see.
Yeah, this table's a problem.
You can probably scoot that one back a little bit. You need to get in there. Dropped my pen.
I hate it when that happens.
I know. It's terrible.
All right.
Oh, I think you can. I mean, when I was in Portland, I was handing out
I'm not seeing it on the camera.
oh, hang on a second.
Sorry.
I'm moving the camera so Shelly can get by.
So I can move my butt.
Up, up, up. Oh, there we go. Okay, but I was giving these out at the Portland show. I don't know if any of the people actually, you know, signed up as a result of, you know, getting one of those. But you know,
Hey, leg kick. Jeffrey, look away, look away. The camera's giving me motion sickness. Well, I'm going to go back. Don't get mad at me. I'm going all the way back. All the way back.
well, I've given you
Double flyer. Let me see some man thing. Whoops.
I'm giving you total control over the chat right now, so you
Awesome.
can pretty much do whatever you want to do.
Oh, power hungry. Snake dog. Ugh. Okay, dog. I like snake. No snakes.
I'm gonna go.
All right. So, what's your prediction? Oh, sorry. For the Husker game today, should I leave or stay home?
Well, I think Michigan is beatable. I think Michigan's
Oh,
very beatable, but that doesn't mean Nebraska's going to beat them because Nebraska is very beatable.
well, Nebraska is very good at finding ways to lose.
That's right. But they were quite impressive last weekend, so I'm hopeful that that'll
Yeah,
carry over. They're at home. It's a night game. Should be a lot of energy.
yeah.
So we shall see.
Ooh, what's your favorite Wraith cover? Did you answer that?
What's my favorite Wraith cover?
Yeah. I really like that third one. It's beautiful.
With the girl, with
Mm-hmm.
Esther.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you, my favorite Wraith
That's good
cover.
coffee.
I have to this like well, I can't really answer it because, and here's why.
Okay.
I think the cover, the A cover, which is this one,
Yeah.
is the best piece of art out of all three.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But I love the retro cover.
You love the retro cover. I was going to say
because
that.
it reminds me of my youth.
Youth. We can remember our youth.
Barely.
That's the miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
That's one of the few things that comic books do tend to
that's true.
bring back my, just like music does for a lot
Oh
of
my gosh,
people.
I was just going to say that. Gosh, maybe we should get married.
Yeah, we should. We have so much in common.
You know, that was a big thing. We had the best in service yesterday at school for teaching strategies, and this guy was not only funny but brilliant. And he was Italian. He teaches Italian and Spanish. His name was Mario. But yeah, but that's what he's saying. Like music and stuff, or even just sounds, can trigger memory.
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out how to use that in physics. I don't know.
Well, that physics goes beyond my comfort zone. So.
Nah. Anybody can do it. Yeah, they can.
Well, okay, maybe that's true, but you have to want to do it.
Well, I'll make you do it. If you're in my class, I make you do it.
Don't you think, though, that
No, they have to sign up for
no
it,
matter
though.
what you're doing, if you're going to be good at it, you sort of have to want to do it.
Or at least see the importance, maybe.
Well, yeah, but that creates a want, don't you think?
Oh.
I mean, if you said, Aaron, your life depends on it, you'll die if you don't learn physics, I probably would have the want to.
Oh, smell is the strongest sense associated with memory.
Really? I didn't know
Well,
that.
can I do smell of physics? Although I'm going to start breaking out the basketballs when we do projectile motion. That'll be fun. The Rat says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Lopresti. Paul agrees that first one is great. The retro brings back memories. But the Dankster, the Danky Frankie, agrees with me that cover C.
Well, I think Danky Frankie got cover C.
Well, stands to reason then. Ooh, nice. Jeffrey Potson pulled a 90 on his first college physics exam. Well done. Will there be an evil Howard the Duck tomorrow to accompany the man thing?
I thought about that.
They seem to go together with you.
Well,
Paul.
Here's the thing. Those of you who, again, speaking of retro and memories, comic books, if you go back and look at, pardon the expression, giant-sized man thing, number 4, has a fantastic Bruner close cover. It's a close-up of the man thing holding somebody's hand, and their hand is like burning because whoever knows fear burns at the touch of the man thing. Did you know that, Shelly?
Boy.
Yeah. So in that issue, Howard has to defeat the vampire cow.
What?
Yes.
Vampire cow.
Okay, here's what happened. Dracula, when it was...
Wait, I'm trying to visualize this.
Dracula bit a cow because I can't remember. I may be conflating two stories here, but I think Dracula bit a drunk, and then he got hammered because the alcohol in the drunk's bloodstream. And so then he ended up biting a cow.
Oh my god.
That might have been a separate story though, but he ended up, anyway, Dracula ended up biting a cow for some reason. And so that turned the cow into a vampire cow. And so Howard the Duck had to destroy the vampire cow.
Oh my gosh, that's the weirdest.
And
Just think of all
so
those words together. You probably thought you would never say.
Howard the Duck, vampire
And a vampire cow.
Yeah.
Dracula got hammered and bit a cow.
And so I was actually thinking of, doing something like that.
Wow.
And Howard the Duck going after the vampire cow.
I'm just trying to visualize the cow as a vampire.
Well, Steve Gerber wrote that. So
Well, that explains it.
Oh yeah, good old.
Let's see. We got some good ones. Well, according to Eric the Quapo, farts really do jog one's memory.
I don't. I'm not going to get on board with the smell thing because I can't think of anything that I've ever smelled. That I mean, even maybe if you smell like I don't know, homemade bread cooking in the oven, it reminds you of when your mom used to make it or something.
But
maybe
just think of the aromatherapy thing. I love the scent of vanilla. That's why I have vanilla coffee, vanilla creamer, vanilla candles, vanilla lotion.
It doesn't jog memories of. Does it?
Makes me feel. I don't know. It's just my
fine. Right, sure. It makes you feel calm or whatever, but we're talking about
calm is a stretch. I never feel calm.
Okay, well, my point
in a coma, maybe.
That the reason it was brought up was, does it make you remember something? Or
I know the first thing I think about when it comes to Aaron's art is a sinister talking duck.
Well, look at Shelly.
I am all over
buttons.
Oh yeah, fresh cut grass, gasoline, Christmas scents.
Well, yeah, but again, does that make you think of a specific memory when you smell gasoline?
Oh, is that bad to say? I love the smell of gas.
Okay, we had some neighborhood kids that would take a plastic bag filled with gasoline and then sniff it and get high.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that.
Kids have actually died doing that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, fresh cut grass remind you of most of Saturdays. Actually, it was when a parent cut the grass. Well, didn't take long for my dad to teach me how to cut the grass because he was very particular about how we mowed.
Well, we had neighbors in Florida that didn't just mowed our lawn for us because
I know because they didn't like the way I did it. Apparently,
well, you're not the only one who mowed the lawn. All right, we'll let that go. Are you gonna sit there and suggest that you were the one who regularly mowed the lawn?
I don't even know.
You mowed it sometimes. Last time I recall you mowing the lawn, you passed out from heat exhaustion.
Oh, in Florida? No, I knew my name. I was fine. Fresh cut grass plus gasoline equals me mowing the lawn today and pulling a muscle in my lower back. Oh, what a memory. I could say that about anything, I think. Remember that time I did that and I got hurt? Yeah, remember that? Let's see.
You can see all the groovy line work that's going on in there.
Look at that. Yeah, this whole scrolling to find that. You got to get rid of some of this stuff, man. Let me look. Brand 1. Oh, new brand. No, what's this?
Well, the brands that's.
I did that on accident too.
So Jeff Potts got shot, which he normally does for doing nothing.
I know, but I think that was his goal, was to not get the cannonball. Did I see that? Oh,
no, that was AJ Tom.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey, AJ.
Jeff is always looking for the cannonball, so he just got one accidentally.
It was like I just clicked and it was already on there, so it was meant to be. Oh gosh. Oh, AJ thinks I should go. It's a jellyfish hunter. Shelly jellyfish hunter.
I don't think Shelly would do that because her track record with jellyfish is not good.
Ah, man, you're kicking my butt.
They get the best of her more than once.
Oh man.
And water mosquitoes in Mexico.
Hey, Shelly! Christopher. Still going back through stuff. Oh, that's too funny. Friendly fire. That's what it was. Oh, oh, it moved. There, there you go. Friendly fire. That's what it was. Just a little love tap. So how'd you sleep last night?
Okay, I guess. The dog likes to burrow into my side, so he doesn't give
I
me much.
know.
like
He's
to,
such a cuddler now.
I flop around a lot when I sleep. So
I know.
he was,
Me
he
too.
was, keeps my movements restricted.
Mm-hmm. That's why I just can't have him in there for very long because I have to move so often. It hurts if I don't. I had weird dreams.
Did you?
Yeah. Must be all those drugs I took yesterday.
I dreamt, now the other night, I dreamt that when we were living in Florida, that we had moved to a nicer neighborhood. We lived in a nice neighborhood, but like a nicer, like richer neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
And like up on this hill.
Yeah.
I was convinced that when I woke up that we had actually moved to this neighborhood and sold our house when we moved back here, sold it from there. And I dawned on me, I was like, no, we didn't. First of all, there's no hills in Florida to move on.
We lived on the hill.
10
12 feet elevation.
12 feet.
Yeah.
But it was weird because I was totally convinced when I woke up that we had lived up on in this neighborhood that was up on the hill, but it was only from that dream that I had that night. But seems so, like it had been like something I had been in my mind forever. It was just very weird.
So do you find Man Thing more difficult to draw than Swamp Thing?
No, Swamp Thing's harder to draw because I'm always got Wrightson in the back of my mind, and I'm thinking,
ooh, no pressure.
Yeah, I'm like, no matter what I do, it's like not as good as Wrightson would have done it. So I feel just enormous pressure every time I try to draw. The Man Thing, I just kind of feel like I don't think there's ever been a better artist than me drawing Man Thing. Even the great Mike Plug, although I love his, I shouldn't say this, but I do love his Man Thing.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go too.
Yeah.
So Jeff's Husker does this too, like sleeping in your spot when you get up. But he has to move an 85-pound dog. Husker's about 20, less than 20.
He's less than 20.
He's so sweet.
16 probably, 17 maybe.
Yeah. Depends on how many 9 snacks he gets.
That's right. Which usually.
So yeah, we've discovered that if we don't give him a light snack before 9, he'll throw up in the middle of the night. So now I can't believe I even said it in the room with him. So if I say, you know what, then it's party time.
What did you say? 9 snack?
9 snack. Yeah. I'll say it very loud. 9 snack.
Well, I want to. Art Adams does a really good Man Thing too. Let me clarify that.
Okay. Christopher says moving to the Chihuahua off his pillows, risking his life. I know they're fierce. Our little Lucy, she was a mini wiener dog. She thought she was pretty big. She was ferocious. Ooh. Leg kick. I think you have your own take on stuff that is your own. Even Wrightson had weaknesses in art that you are stronger on at Aaron Presti.
Well, I will say this.
Nice.
Thank you. That is very kind of you. Wrightson did not draw very good women.
You draw awesome women.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
I marry awesome women too.
Oh, that's so sweet.
They've only done it once.
Oh, let's see. I just can't even find what I want to click on. We'll just do Spock.
Logical.
Were you just like playing with the buttons after? I'm going to push this. Yep. I'm going to push that. Now, are you keeping an eye that I don't move this thing out of the camera?
Not really.
Okay, you probably should be.
Oh, I am. I'm watching you draw it, so I guess that is. Plug. Thank you, Frankie says. He drew some issues in The Monster of Frankenstein. That trade made me fall in love with 70s Marvel.
Yep, Plug. He, of course, was the first artist on Ghost Rider. He was the first artist on Werewolf by Night, and not the first artist on Man-Thing. But he did have a 6 or 7 issue run on Man-Thing.
Gotcha.
And he also did the first 6 issues of Frankenstein. His last issue, if you look at issue 6, were shot from his pencils. They were never inked. Because I guess he was probably behind.
Gotcha.
So that's,
All right. So Leg Kick says, no applause. Honest, I couldn't find it. Let me see.
It's the crowd. It's right there below Spock.
Oh, duh. Below. It's, oh my gosh. Right below Spock. The one I did. She's a bright one.
What's he getting applause for?
Saying that he has some stronger things than Wrightson did.
Wow. That's that
Yeah.
is worthy of applause.
And they look, what a precious suck up thing to say. You said to me. My friend was like, yeah, what do you want? I almost said that, but I do feel. Oh, Randy's here. Randy
Howell.
Yes.
From Canada.
But who? JP wants to know who has the nicer man thing. Oh, shocking.
She's gone nuts.
I'm losing it. Oh,
pushing buttons. No one can stop her.
I am power hungry. Although I do have to admit, I'm just not on Facebook very often, right?
Be careful what you admit to.
Well, I just saw your anniversary posting today. So I was like, oh, that's so nice. And my first thought was, oh, I'm glad he used that photo. Because that was 5 years ago.
That's a good shot. Good picture of you. Of course,
I don't have very many good photos.
I'm gonna make you, I'm not gonna put up a bad photo of you, so you'd be mad at me.
You got plenty to choose from. All right, so Randy's new logo.
What do you mean his new?
Sideways
what
DC.
is that? I don't know what that is.
It's a 90-degree
Well, it's not a logo.
clockwise rotation of DC.
Isn't it an avatar? Isn't that what they would call it? I mean, I don't even know.
I don't know. Oh, I love it.
But see, this is the beauty of the man thing, Shelly, is you can draw all these all this detail and stuff. You just go nuts with it. Is that outside? Or
yeah.
It's one
like a truck.
Truck backing up. Yeah.
So Jeff Potts is interesting to see like how long it takes to you're pretty fast now at sketches.
Yeah.
You didn't used to be.
Well, I was always, doing convention sketches is sort of an art form unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that our good friend, the late great Paul Ryan, was really good at. That he could give you a sketch that looked, almost exactly like something you would see on a page he drew.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you were never disappointed. And it took me a while, drawing on your lap where you're talking to people, to sort of get, what should we say, a rhythm or a technique for, being able to draw like that and do it effectively and quickly. But also what I've come to realize, and maybe just more recently because of all the live streaming and stuff because of the pandemic and things like that, is that being able to loosen up a little bit instead of everything has to be tight and perfect. And,
Right.
because I always admired people that did, loose sketches
Here he goes.
that brought, you know, uh, but everything was there, but it was just loose, and had a lot of energy to it. And I would always overwork stuff.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
And so now I've developed this sort of feel for being able to kind of go loose. And then my stuff has a lot more energy and it's a lot more fun.
Cool.
So there you go.
All right. So Devil Flyers say hello to the wife. So I don't know if it's hi to me or hi to his wife. I don't know. Say hello to the wife.
Well,
Hello.
I'm sure he's referring to you.
Hi.
Because
That would be me.
that probably was way back when.
No, it was right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, Randy
I
threw
know.
us some cash.
Just like a woman to push your buttons.
That's what old Dirty Fatty would say.
Yep.
And he has a picture of the pinhead from.
And and I don't disagree because we're really smart. We know exactly. We don't waste time. I push this button. Done. Okay, Randy. Thanks for the super chat, man. Get an idea for an Easter egg for Wraith. Have a cattle rustler come after us with a red hot brownie. Just turn it like my avatar.
There's no cattle rustlers in it, though. That's the problem.
Well, make Randy one in there.
Randy, you have to pay the big bucks.
That's true.
To get that privilege.
But thanks, Randy. Devil Flyer says, looks like a complete drawing to me. And me as well. I zero artistic ability.
It is a complete drawing, but it's a looser complete drawing than maybe I would have done otherwise if I was doing like in a comic or something.
Well, and two, I think when you ink normally, I don't know how much now anymore, but doing that with a brush would take a long time.
Yes, it would take a very long time.
Okay, let's see what else. Hi to me, thank you. Would just coloring the eyes red and rest in black and white be too much?
No. I've done that type of thing before.
Yeah.
I always like to add a little red.
Yeah.
Which I might do on this as well.
So Leg Kick says, always wanted to see Man-Thing evolve as a character. His no talking, non-thinking, shambling monster kind of wore thin.
I agree.
He as a guardian of the dimensions should have been given.
I agree, and that is why I wrote the Ultimate Man-Thing story that Marvel said, "Oh yeah, we'll do that," and then they never let me do it. So
right,
one of the couple of reasons I went to DC, but he was, and actually it featured the return of ace reporter Shelly Rogers.
Booyah! That's me. Maiden name.
You were working for something like the
I'm owned by Marvel.
Yep, worked for a rag like the National Enquirer. And you were sent out in the bayou to cover some redneck dude said he'd seen an alien ship. So
Hold on just a sec.
Huh?
Bye, AJ. Have a good evening. Thank you. And you're welcome for no cannonballing. Probably because I couldn't find the button.
All right, can I finish my story?
Yes, sorry. He was leaving.
So ace reporter Shelly Rogers is sent out to investigate this, and she's abducted by aliens.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Along with, you guessed it, the Man-Thing. And so you know how aliens are legendary for how should we say, probing and investigating their prey,
leaving no stone unturned,
doing experimentation on their abductees. Well, they did this to Man-Thing, which activated his brain and his consciousness, and so he couldn't talk, but he could think.
Gotcha.
And but it didn't last. So it was like he was intelligent, and so he had to save Shelly Rogers, ace reporter, and stop the aliens before he lost his intelligence again. And of course, he's able to do all that, but all the while his cognizance, his reasoning abilities are fading as he goes through the story. And of course, by the end of the story, he's back to being the shambling man thing.
Gotcha.
But he saves the planet and
Well, of course he does.
ace reporter Shelly Rogers.
So Jeff says, careful. Nowadays, you're more likely to get real news from the National Enquirer than you are the New York Times.
That's
Okay.
so true.
A serious question.
Yes.
Yes. What is that white pen you use for highlighting? Well, we got to give credit to David
Williams
for that. I can't find it. Where is it?
It's a Presto pen. I think it's over in my tray on
Okay,
the other
I'll go
table.
get it.
It's called a Presto pen.
Here it is. Here we go. Ow, sorry.
Presto. It's quite awesome, actually. No, David's like, if I would only listen to him about the gray pens that I bought and have yet to
What gray pens?
incorporate.
Oh.
And he says
A little Presto pen. That is awesome.
But also don't forget, I've got a little stubber here. I got to get some new ones of these. But these are these whiteout white pencils. They're more of a chalk pencil, and they work really, really well.
Cool.
So if I wanted to, I just had an eraser. Oh, it's in my hand.
That's you guys classic Aaron right there.
Where are my glasses?
I can't find my glasses. They're on your head.
So am I going to
The nub. Yeah, you would think like you can afford to buy another pencil.
Well, it's not a matter of affording to do it. It's a matter of remembering to do it.
Oh, yes. You're welcome, Christopher.
So see, I can go in and put some hot.
What? Where?
See the highlights?
No.
Right here?
Oh, now I do. Cool.
I'm getting a bit of reflective light, but so I can go ahead, put highlights on this guy, because the gray is my midtone, the paper.
Oh, the paper.
And then the black,
yeah.
of course, is the shadow area. So all I have to do is put in some highlights.
Oop.
It really does go on just like, you can see the highlights there.
Oh, that's cool.
Inside of his nose
Yeah.
and everything.
Nice.
Much more obvious. I'll hold this up when it's done to the front monitor camera, which will be much more visible.
Let's see. The nub. So Christopher says he needs that tool in his life.
The Presto tool?
I believe so.
The thing about the charcoal pencil, the Presto and the charcoal, comparing the two, the Presto is really, really bright white. Where the charcoal is more of a colored pencil, so you're getting, it's not pure, you're getting a little bit of the color of the paper through. And I don't want it to be super, super hot. That's why I use the pencil instead of the Presto pen.
Gotcha.
So now, do we have a red marker someplace? Since people are demanding the red eyes.
Red eyes. But yet if you have them, you want to get rid of them.
That's right. Would it be in my tray, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Novelty.
It doesn't seem to be here.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
It's like a 200-year-old body today.
This is a YR09 Chinese orange, which is more of an orange red, which I
Yeah.
prefer.
All right.
It's not really going to show that way because it's on gray paper.
Yeah.
But
All right, Jeffrey, we'll see you tomorrow for Snack Time Sunday. Any thoughts on Val Merrick? He worked on the black and white monster of Frankenstein. Isn't Val local?
he moved to Texas.
Smart man.
Yeah, Val's a good guy and fairly conservative, so always gets a brownie points from me for that. Little highlights on the old.
Only 1,499 backers.
I know. I'm
What's
one
the
away.
holdout? Come on. Yeah.
One away.
And you haven't. Well, you did stream a little bit more this week. Just doesn't feel like as much. Maybe because I.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the campaign is technically over, so the mad push for it is, and there's no, people are now signing up that have been waiting because they didn't have the money or whatever. They just sort of do it when they get around to doing it because they know there's going to be in demand for several months. Well, not several months, but probably till January.
So this pencil, Christopher says, so it's white charcoal?
Yeah.
This thing? Oh.
It's kind of what it is.
I was trying to read
you buy it as a colored pencil, but it's got the one thing to look for. Yeah, it's all, there's not much left, but it's got it looks like a wooden pencil. It's not paint or anything. It's got kind of a wood grain on it. And I got it at Blick's, so it probably would be under colored pencils, but I'm not 100% sure.
One of these days we'll get our act together and get links to products.
Yeah, Shelly keeps threatening to do that, but then she doesn't do it, so I don't know. Blame her.
Oh, Daniel. It's amazing how you do it exact. Portrait of his ex-wife.
Of his ex-wife.
Let's see. Which one should I click, Aaron?
4.
We'll give him the jelly. Ow.
Don't. Okay.
Mortal V says it's an awesome drawing of John Malin. Where's his hat?
Yeah, Malin's got to be worried that I'm going to take his belt from him.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Well, let's flip the camera back.
Let's not.
Shelly's diving out of the way. No.
I'm still in my jammies, man.
Boom. All right. So let me turn this light on. Okay, so you can see the white out much better now.
And those little dots on the eyes really gave it some depth, according to, I can't remember who said that.
There it is.
But da-da-da.
Now, some people would say, Man Thing is stupid, but you got to admit, this is a pretty cool Man Thing. So, of course, this is available for purchase for anybody that feels the need to buy a Man Thing.
Need another Man Thing in their life.
That's right. This is 11 by 14. This is a huge portrait of the Man Thing. So look at that.
Go home and just score.
1 hour and 10 minutes. It's not too bad. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Aaron, you have such a pure style. Brings back memories of when comics were great. Well, thank you, Christopher Blaylock.
Nice.
That's a beautiful thing to hear, and I want to show my appreciation. So anyway, that's what we did today. So another monster bites the dust. I'm gonna try and stream like 5 times next week. Do a monster every day.
Yeah.
Because it is Monster Month, Shelly.
It is.
And holy crap, Oklahoma took the lead. They were down by 18 points. And they're up 48-41. Well, I know, but I didn't know. They were so far behind. I had no idea.
Yep.
So anyway, it looks like their starting quarterback's out and just lost his job to the freshman.
Ooh,
He had 2 turnovers. They pulled him out and put in the
yeah.
freshman, and they let it come back. How about that? Anyway, so there we go. Nothing like some good old man thing fun. Actually, you know what?
What? Darn it.
I want to bring his shoulder up just a little bit.
He's never satisfied.
Well, I just saw something and I was kind of like,
Oh.
hey.
Hey. It's a dye job working for your beard.
It's hanging in there.
Yeah, you look much younger.
I do. And I shaved my head again yesterday, so you can't really see the gray that much.
Yeah.
I do.
You look a day over 90.
Pardon me?
You said you don't look a day over 90.
Oh, I thought you say. But yeah, it's hanging in there, so I may have to do this more often.
Oh, I don't know if I can take it.
Hey, have you ever drawn Ulick? Oh, that's a good one. I love Ulick. Ulick's one of my, in fact, I collect Ulick appearances in Thor and have them all. I have his first appearance, by the way.
Ooh, you have to do that tomorrow. Ulick
Oh,
Sunday.
Randy's saying if you poke out the eyes of this, you have a whole Halloween mask.
Oh my gosh,
How about
yes.
that?
And my eyes look that red today too, so that'll work.
Gonna go start dinner. Are you kidding me? What time is it? You must be East Coast, so it's almost 4 o'clock. I got you. Thank you. God bless Aaron and Shelly. Thank you,
Thanks.
Christopher. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining. I don't like Evil Ernie. He's too scary. Johnny Blaze, I almost did a Ghostwriter today. He's definitely on the list. Look at that. Paul's facial hair is looking good, blended nicely.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of practice. Yes.
Did I say I'd sell this for 150? Keel, not Kevin, with Comics Elite. Did I say that? I don't know that I did say
I don't
that.
think you said.
I don't think I said. I think that's worth more than 150, isn't it?
I have no idea.
It's 11. I was thinking more like.
There's a comment before.
I was thinking more like 200 on that, but we shall see. Aaron, have you? Okay, no.
Yeah,
Oh, Daniel Russell defending his position on his ex-wife says, "You haven't met her. A bit of advice: never marry a Jamaican." Write that down.
That's true. I haven't met her.
Replicant says, "Who's that young man and where's Aaron?"
Yep. That was, my abs were sore from laughing so hard that day.
Oh, that's a good one. Uncle Creepy. Oh, I got to do Uncle Creepy too.
Yeah. Start your list. One thing you've learned from me, right? Make a list.
Oh, Surtur. That's a good one too from Thor. Now you guys are pushing the boobs all of a sudden. Lady Death and Vampirella. Too much sauce for this show.
Saucy.
Me and Shatner have eternal youth, according to Randy.
Of course. Oh.
Indeed. Oh, yeah. I've drawn this before. Zax or whatever his name is, fighting. I think it's Zax, isn't it? Fighting the Hulk and like a trading card. I actually did that once. But he's just like this big electric dude. Daniel says boobs is why I married her.
You can't say that.
Oh man, that's where's Chaplin at there? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Korg. Oh my gosh, there's all sorts of suggestions. Whew. Well, you'll have to tune in to see. The Man Spider. That's one of my favorite issues is Spider-Man 100, where he gets the 6 arms. Love it. Ooh, King Kong. That was a suggestion earlier that I would like to do as well. Well, we still have, 22 days, Shelly, of...
a lot of monsters.
That's right. I'm not going to be drawing every single day, but there is... there's...
You draw every day.
Someone says draw Biden.
Oh, the crypt keeper?
Yeah, there you go. Zombie. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up because I got to go back and work on my pop-up book. But thank you. If you guys are interested in any of these pieces I showed you, you can contact me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll give you the price. It varies on which ones. So anyway,
We'll post.
ooh, look at that. Speaking of Halloween, when are we going to get a Wraith Halloween greeting card? Ooh, I should do that.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be cool? Put it as just like a little add-on or something that people can, buy for a couple bucks or something, maybe. Throw it in there.
But they wouldn't get it until.
They wouldn't get it. That's true.
Yeah. Did you, I don't know, Independence Day Wraith of God card?
He's holding up the flag.
Yeah.
Oh, so anyway, if you guys have not backed Wraith of God, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I would be stunned at this point, but
Make sure you like and subscribe.
we're talking about this. We're talking about this. We're talking about this.
And a little bit of this.
And some of that. Of course, it's a graphic novel that I'm in the middle of producing right now. So if you'd like to back that or get involved or get a copy or however you want to phrase it, please follow the link in the description of this video. It'll take you right there. We are one backer away from 1,500. So be number 1,500. Be the ball.
Be the ball.
And go grab that sucker. So thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. We will see you tomorrow night at 5 for the big show.
And I'll probably be out of my pajamas by then.
We're hoping. And there you have it. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for your continued support. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that. Please back Wraith of God if you haven't. And have a great weekend. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. Bye.